Welcome to tutorialsinhand.com. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about how to create a sublist from a given list. For example, we are given this list and from this we want to create a sublist. For example, say from Tuesday to Saturday, or from Monday to Wednesday, or from Sunday to Thursday. Means whichever combination you want, you can create a sublist, that is a smaller list from the given list. That means we will cut this list shorter with some specific elements that we require, and we can create the sublist. For example, first run this. So we have got these elements in our list as you see on my screen, and we see that Sunday is present at index 0, Monday is at 1, Tuesday is at 2, and so on. And now if we want to create the sublist from this given list, then what we need to do is we need to invoke the sublist method on the list that we have created. And we know that we have created list day array list as you see over here and added the elements in that. So on that list only we have to invoke this sublist method, which requires you to pass two parameters, that is one is from index and other is to index, and both will be integer value, and it will return you a list of string. Right from here, if you see, you will be able to see what it takes and what it does. From parameters, as I said, it will take from index and to index, and it will return a view of a specified range within this list. That means the from and to index that you will specify over there, it will pull the elements out from this list and present you on the screen. For example, let's take it. If you give the index both to and from index same, then what is going to happen is it will return you an empty list. Okay, so if you want to check, let's see. So as you have seen earlier that this will return you a list of string, right? So let's create one variable that will hold the value that will be returned by this list. So let's name it sublist. Okay, so this time the sublist that will be created will be stored in this variable, and let's print this variable to see what are the elements that you are going to get. Okay, so 0 means if you give both to and from index same, then empty list is going to return. You can see that is written over here. See, if from index and to index are equal, then returned list is empty. Okay, so here we have given both as same, so it will return an empty list. Let's execute this and see, it returns you an empty list. Okay, so this needs to be different. Okay, if you give 0 and 1, then what is going to happen is it will start from 0, and now if you give 0 and 1, then you need to keep in mind that this 0 that is from index that you have given, it will be included, and the 2 index that you are giving, it will be excluded. That means we will not be including this element which is present at index 1. So we will only include the element that is present at index 0 in this case, and that is Sunday is present at 0, and we are not including what is present at index 1. Thus this list will give you only one element. So let's execute and see. See, you have got the list which contains only one element, because 0 will be included, the element at index 0 will be included, but the element which is at 1 will be excluded. So just keep this in mind. Now if you want to change this, just change this to 04. This time it will contain the elements from 0 till 3, because we will not include the element which is present at 4. So we can see that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Thursday is the 4th index, so this will not be included. So we will get a list that contains the element from Sunday to Wednesday. Okay, let's execute this and see, and here we get the list Sunday till Wednesday from index 0 till index 3, because index 4 has been excluded, and thus we get this list. Now you must be aware that you can get the element from any list to any list, so you can also change this from 2 to 4, and this time you will get the elements from 0, 1, 2, that means from Tuesday till 4, that means 2, 3, 4. So Thursday will not be included, so you will get the element Tuesday and Wednesday in your new list, that is sublist that you create. So see, you have got Tuesday and Wednesday in the sublist that you have created. So this is how how it works. Now another thing is you cannot have this index greater and this one as smaller. Okay, this cannot be done. If you do this, you will get exception, illegal argument exception. See, illegal argument exception will be there. So this index cannot be greater than this index. Okay, from cannot be greater than 2, and that is also written over here. If you hover your mouse on this and just click here, go a bit down, you will get these things. See, if you give from index greater than 2 index, then this exception will be there. It is giving illegal argument exception. It is not index out of bounds, so there is some miss. And there is another one that this cannot be less than 0, that is from cannot be less than 0, and 2 size cannot be greater than the size of this list. So let's check this. If you give it -1, then also it will give you error because you cannot give index which is in minus. So again index out of bound exception will come because this starts from 0 itself. So you cannot give anything which is in minus, and this one will not exceed the size of the list. So if you want to see what I am saying, then if at the last element, if you want to print that list day dot size, if you do, then it will calculate the size of this list, and that is 7 because it has 7 elements present. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So list day dot size will have 7 value at this place. Suppose we want to create a sublist from 4 to 7. So 4 to 7 means this will have value 7. If you want to see exactly what this print, then change this one to size so that we will have the size of the list printed on the screen. So in this case, instead of this list, that initial list we were printing, it will give you the size over here, and then it will create the sub list. Okay, so if you execute this one, so you are seeing the size of the list is 7, which is coming from here, and then we are creating the sub list from 4 to 7. That means 7 will not be included, so we will get the elements that are present at 4, 5 and 6 index. Okay, so at 4, 5 and 6 we have Thursday, Friday and Saturday. That is 4, 5, 6 index is getting created as the sublist. Now if you increase the size, just because it was 7, so 7 index is not present, but we know that 7 will not be included. On 1 less than it will be included. So we have index 6 which is having value Saturday, but if you increase the size of this list by 1, then you will be getting the value 8. Okay, you will be getting this value as 8, and this time it will exceed the index. That is, means if it is having the value 8, then it will try to fetch the element till index 7, and we know that 6 index is the last. We do not have 7 over here, means index 7 is not present, and that is why it will get index out of bound exception. If you want, you can check this. See, you have got index out of bound exception because this will return you 8, and now you will be trying to fetch the elements to create sublist from 4 to 7. So from 4 to 7 means this one 0 1 2 3 4 from Thursday to 7. So 4 5 6, but we do not have element present at index 7, and this array list does not contain index 7, and that is why you get index out of bound exception as shown on the screen. Okay, because to index you have 8, which will not be accepted. So this is how you can create sublist, but need to avoid these kind of situations so that you can get error. So if you give 4 to 6, it will work like a charm, and you can see that on the screen. Okay, so this is due to 8 is coming due to this one, but we are not using it in our program, so we do not get any index means exception. So this is currently useless. So in creating the sublist, because we have manually provided 4 and 6, and thus it has included the element in the sublist 4 and 5 excluding 6. So at 4 we have Thursday, and at 5 we have Friday, and that is what we see on the screen. So I expect that now you are aware that how you can create the sublist and how you can use this sublist method to create your own sublist from a given list. And thus we are concluding this video tutorial. Hope you have enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe our channel to help us motivate. Thank you.